I wanted to talk a bit about 21 Pilots' best Christmas song. I mean, obviously, it's the time of year to talk about this song, but it's also a song which I was tempted to talk about at other points in the year, not just during the Christmas season, because I think in a lot of ways, this song has become very underrated. And it's a little weird to be saying that right now, because obviously there has been an increase in people on the subreddit for 21 Pilots talking about how much they love the song and how much, they're playing the song right now, because again, it's the Christmas season now. But throughout the rest of the year, especially as we go through and do poll competitions and rankings and things like that, Christmas Saves the Year really seems to get overlooked and almost hated on for some reason. And perhaps this is just me seeing particular sentiments from particular people, and it doesn't actually reflect the broader sentiment of the clique. But in a lot of ways, this song has suffered as a result of its existence as a seasonal song. The other part of this is it also gets compared a lot to Level of Concern, because they both came out in the same year, in 2020, and are both considered to be quite dated songs or not good. And I can understand, and I think I agree with in a large part, the argument that Level of Concern is a dated song. I mean, it's a song that worked very well at the time in which it came out, but I don't think it really translates much to these days, I suppose. It's a very pandemic COVID-coded song, if you will. But I don't think Christmas Saves the Year falls into that same dilemma, because while it does in a lot of ways reflect the sentiment that a lot of people had for that Christmas in 2020, it also reflects the sentiment that a lot of people continue to have as time goes on, not just related to COVID, but something that people experienced even before then and continue to experience now. This idea that as you grow up, as you go from Christmas to Christmas in your adult life, post high school, post middle school even, the sort of spirit and enjoyment of Christmas starts to fade, in the sense that you're always comparing it to an imagined Christmas that came before that was somehow better than this one. The grass is always greener. The Christmas lights are always brighter in years past. I think this song, Christmas Saves the Year, at least the way I see it, speaks really well to that mood coming into Christmas. The idea that you've had a tough year and you just want Christmas to be special this year. You want it to save the year. You want it to live up to the memories that you have of Christmases and years past. And sort of struggling with the balance between nostalgia and a wish that you could just recreate something from the past, and wanting to enjoy the Christmas that you are able to experience this year. What I think happens for a lot of people, for myself at least, is that as you go from Christmas to Christmas, as you approach a new Christmas season, you look back at the one that came before and hope that this year will be like that year. It will come through and give you the same satisfaction and joy and enjoyment that it did last year. But at the same time, at this point last year, you were thinking the same thing about the year prior, and so on. Instead of realizing that this year too will turn out just like last year did and be Christmas in its own right. I don't know if that any of that makes sense to you. I don't know if you have wildly different interpretations of the song. I think I would be remiss if I'd let the Christmas season go by without talking about the song, because again, I think it gets overlooked a lot. I think it gets underappreciated, and I think it is actually a very good Christmas song. And it's better than a lot of other modern Christmas songs, right? I'm not saying it holds up to kind of classic Christmas songs or Christmas carols, but compared to a lot of modern day original Christmas songs that aren't just covers of the classics, I think this is one of the best, if not the best, that I've heard. I don't know if it would be the right thing to do, because it could seem like it was just trying to recapture what they did with Christmas Saves the Year, but I think it would be cool if 21 Pilots would write more Christmas season songs. I think it's something that they could do quite well.